What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Tesla today, TSLA. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? Here we are on this, the 12th of May, sitting at about $318.84 right now, up 6% this week so far. That's nice to see. It is a Monday. It's a Monday today, right? Yeah, it is. We're up this week. That's good to see. I was, reading or watching something. Where is it? Hold on. I had it just a second ago. Let me see. I think that this is funny, right? We'll go over why this is funny. And I don't know. Let me see here. Hold on. Let's see here. I'm just going to be quiet. I think that you guys can hear this.
I don't suddenly know this on the iPhone. They've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So
I don't know if you guys could hear that, but you guys remember, right? Tim Waltz was saying 225 and dropping. Tesla is dropping. I got this, and whenever he made this, it's up 21% since then. So that was March 24th. He made this before March 24th, right? He made this that statement back at let's see here. Back at the beginning of March, right? The low for Tesla, if we're looking at it here, was all the way at $214. Where Tim Walz made this post was about $225, right? And this just goes to show that the little guy who doesn't know anything, who has a small brain, oftentimes whenever they say things like this, it's actually a good time to buy, right? People who are just hating on things and they literally don't use their brain and have no kind of analytical abilities themselves or technical capabilities themselves. They are spreading things out of straight hate and ignorance. They're oftentimes wrong, and oftentimes hate and ignorance is actually a very common thing, right? So the louder they hate, the dumber they are. This guy really is showcasing his brains there. Tesla, if we're looking at it here from relative low to relative high, the golden ratio itself is right at $224. You got this guy, brainless, boasting about how Tesla's at 225, where if you knew anything, this is something so simple, man. 225 is the perfect area to buy. If you bought right then, and this might be a good thing for the future. He might be a good indicator. If he ever talks about stocks, just do the opposite. You'll probably be fine. But Tesla, sitting here from a low to a high, bouncing off the golden ratio, classic. You're above the 382. There's no doubt in my mind that you are on your way to seeing new all-time highs. Right? Let's get away from the BS. Looking at this here, if we're looking at the RSI or we're looking at the MACD, you're about to cross positively here, okay? We are about to see a positive cross, get these oscillators to cross green, and I think that's going to promote a lot of growth, okay? If we're looking at the stochastics, you're aimed upwards. Once you get into the overbought zone on the stochastics, that's when the real magic happens. Same thing with the RSI, and all of them look like they're postured to go to the upside. If we're looking at this on a 3-day time frame, or maybe not a 3-day, I'm sorry, a daily time frame, daily is crossing up. The oscillators themselves have actually, like these lines here, they've actually just crossed above the 0 line. This line right here, they've crossed just above it right there, which is a very positive thing in itself. The daily stochastics are in a good posturing as well, showing a lot of strength. Living up in this area is a good thing. You tend to make some pretty predominant movements whenever that happens. The RSI getting into the overbought zone today is a signal of strength as well. Oftentimes, whenever you first get into the overbought zone like here, you continue to grow. Whenever you first get into the overbought zone like you did, over here, you continue to grow. So here we are. I think that we've just got more to go, and I don't think that it stops here being at $318 now. Let's look at this on a monthly time frame. Monthly time frame, the MACD looks pretty damn bullish, actually. We're probably going to start building here any month now. Probably by the end of this month, 18 days, 4 hours left. Stochastics are postured well. You've got higher lows throughout here. I mean, can you see it? Can you see the path that you're on? You've got higher lows here, higher highs there. Those lows were not connected properly, but something like this. You're in a path higher. You're going to get to that overbought zone. Overbought on the monthly is a very powerful thing. Same thing with the RSI. Higher lows here, bouncing off the 50, getting into that overbought zone will be powerful. I think Tesla is shaping up to have a hell of a summer, hell of an end-of-year rally. I think it really will. And I do believe that you're going to see new all-time highs by the end of this year. By the end of 2025, you will see new all-time highs. From a high to a low, I don't know where you'll be by the end of this year, and I don't know how long it'll take you to get here, but inevitably I'm thinking you go to this golden ratio here at about $1,000, $987. Nice psychological level of resistance. That's the expectation. If you don't stop there, my expectation would be at a bare minimum you stop at something around like $800, but I think between $800 and $1,000, likely around $1,000, that's where you go. You're at $319 now, so Tesla, TSLA supporters, you guys will be 3xing your money just by holding this stock, let alone more if you're in any kind of derivatives or anything like that. I think it has a lot of potential to grow. I'm kind of curious, what if we got Tesla, let's see. Tesla, there we go, this one right here. Come on now, load it up. You know you want to. Why is it taking so long? Let's refresh it. Sometimes that happens for whatever reason. Let's see. We want open interest, yes. Open interest and view all expiries. Let's get it. Viewing all expiries. All right, well, there are a lot of calls open. There are a lot of calls open. We need some of those calls, I think, to go away, man. I don't know how you're going to keep moving up with all these calls, but to be fair, you are moving up even with these calls. It's crazy. Let's see. Let's look at the short-term time frames. Did I miss something? Are you going to pull back? Maybe you do pull back a little bit. Let's see. I mean, you look like you want to run right now, man. I don't think you're going to pull back. This isn't what I expected it to see, but this, if anything, makes me a little bit more cautious to be bullish, honestly. But it's not the end of the world. Sometimes you do move up even if there are a lot of calls being put on. Anyways, my expectation here, looking at the daily time frame, just keeping it relevant, looking at the daily time frame here, I would expect that from the current price of about $318, we keep moving. High to low here. You keep moving, you'll probably see 358 to 380. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we make a pretty straight shot up there, maybe by the end of this week, maybe by the end of next week, sometime this month of May, and then we consolidate. We'll pull back to areas that are right around here, 325, maybe down to 295, find support at prior resistance. We'll spend a good bit of June and the end of May, I think, doing that, and then we'll continue to rally going into the summer to new all-time high prices. That's the expectation. I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say. I just wanted to come on and make fun of the small guy, and which I guess that makes me a little bit small too, right? You shouldn't make fun of the small guy, but he's just showcasing his low IQ. That's all it is, right? Quite literally, would have been the best time to buy was right whenever everybody probably downloaded that app and got the same brilliant idea he did to make fun of Tesla. Well, you can't really make fun of it now, can you? And you're not going to be able to. As the days go on, it's only going to keep going up, but we'll see how it goes. I would have expected, especially with something like this, and just like at the height of Tesla's kind of bearishness, I would have expected more puts to be on, but there's only a bunch of calls, not a bunch of puts. So I don't know. We'll see if that changes. I think that changing that dynamic would be very important for Tesla to grow. But I'm just rambling at this point. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Tesla's on the way up. That's the main point. Bye-bye.